Privacy.
YouTubers, Mike Martin's here. Mike Martin's channel. There's Antonio. Hi, Anton. Hi, Disha. Hi, Anton.
Hi, I go to the market.
Yeah, we're going to Walmart. Anyways, guys, just with the family, we're going to just head out. And we are taking a small trip here. And I got my mom riding shotgun here, but she doesn't want to be on film. And she's embarrassed. Her hair doesn't look good, she said. So we're on our way. I wanted to bring up something today about the negative interest rates coming soon to a city near you, or a bank near you, or an institution near you. It's very interesting to where things are going to be heading soon. I put up a video a couple of weeks ago, and it's getting a lot of traction about how even if Australia lowered interest rates to 0%, it still won't fix their problem. They're so far indebted. Per capita indebtedness, or whatever you want to call it, family income, it doesn't, they're not making enough to, basically they're not making enough to cover the net. And household income isn't nearly enough to basically cover their debt, or just basically get them to move ahead. And people got to a point where they're just moving ahead for the sake of just moving ahead and hoping things will turn around, or they'll get a pay raise at work, or a pay hike, or an increase somewhere, or win the lottery. And that hasn't happened in a while for a lot of people. So, or what, pay raises and stuff, but lotteries, and it's one to dream, right? But anyways, so what's happening? I was looking at Max Kaiser today, actually, when I was editing that video I did about Mexico in 1915, and it was very interesting to see how how the feds are kind of introducing the negative interest rates, or how they're going to introduce the negative interest rates. How people, Ben Bernanke and Janet Yellen and all those people were on that panel there the other day on TV talking about how they are going to do something for the American public. And I was watching this on Max Kaiser, and Max Kaiser is always on the money when it comes to financing. He's a true economist / analyst, a true everything. He knows what he's talking about. Anyways, one thing he brought up that was very interesting was that they are going to bring negative interest rates. So if you're getting 0.3% on your bank account, on your savings, or a GIC building block, or an RSP, they're actually going to bring it to negative 3%. And that's exactly what negative interest rates are. And basically, what I think the best thing to do is to buy cryptocurrency, silver and gold, or some sort of an asset. Like, let's say you have quite a bit of money in the bank, and you don't want 3% of it every year to go away to basically the banks, and the banks in turn give it to who they think is of importance that could spend that money for us, I guess, or for you know what I mean, guys, right? So they choose who they trust with the R negative interest rates. Right, Antonio?
Yeah.
All right. So now here's the problem. So let's say you're sitting on 300 large. The problem is you have 300,000. You're going to be losing, at 3%, you're going to be losing $9,000 a year taken away from your money, because this is a good thing and we are giving you something back for this, and you are helping. I would actually buy land or something transient that you could just hold on to, right? So if you plan on keeping your money in the bank for 1,000,000 years anyway, might as well buy a piece of land and just see what happens with it. Your odds are better off than losing it to the banks, right? That's just my opinion. That's what I think. Don't take any financial advice from an illiterate Portuguese like myself. Do your research, do your thing, find out what's going on, because this is not looking good. I'm not liking the way, things are turning. And I kept telling you guys now for weeks and months and years, with all these people leaving Toronto, Vancouver, Sydney, Auckland, Melbourne, Edinburgh, Belfast. Right, Antonio? Belfast, Dublin, London. People leaving all these cities and moving to cheaper towns or more inexpensive towns, like I did myself. I left the big city and I moved to a more affordable place, right? And my mom's here with me visiting, and she loves it. She's like, this is the best thing you could ever do for your life. Driving is the best. How's driving here? She's saying it's amazing. She loves driving. She's number one here driving. right? Number one. So number one, driving is number one. So I made that choice. My car insurance was slashed. My gas use, I fill up once a month, $80 once a month. I fill up gas. If I don't go to Kamloops, it could last me 2 months, a full tank of gas, because all I drive is 3 kilometers a day, 2 kilometers a day. I got 2 stoplights in my town, and that's it. My life's been pretty much on autopilot since then. I'm just kind of cruising along and putting things together and working hard from home, working at the shop, doing my own thing, right? But it's tough. A lot of people are in these city grids or in these cities, metropolises, and it's going to be tough. I think it's going to be a lot tougher to live in the city. I think it's going to be very hard for people that live in the country or move to the country to go back into the cities. That's what I see happening. I see people having a really tough time. Apparently people are moving back from Hobart back to Sydney, that went to Hobart from Sydney, and because they bought cheap, and now prices are going down, and now they're looking to sell in Hobart at profit and trying to recash in Sydney. That's your call, right? But I think there's going to be a huge correction, a bigger correction coming our way. Anyways, guys, I had somebody message me today saying I was on lunch in Sydney, Australia. I was on lunch, and I went back to my office, and on somebody's screen, they were watching one of your videos in Australia, in my office in Australia. You're very famous. And I'm like, holy smokes. When I saw that, I pinned that comment to the top of one of my videos I did. I really appreciate that, guys, with everybody watching. And if you want to support the transmission, just go ahead and share one of my videos. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. And let me know, negative interest rates. Are they doing us a favor? Are they doing us a favor, Antonio?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe they are. But are they? Are they doing something that's going to help us? Are they going to use that money to reinvest into our futures? I don't think so. I want to know what you guys think. Oh yeah, the EU now. The EU is going back into negative interest rate territory now. Right now, the EU today is buying back its own bonds. So, yeah. And then it's like these banana republics that start buying up their own debt when they're, print off more currency and buy off their own debt. And quantitative easing can't go forever because they're going to have to start destroying some of this money. So what are they going to do? They're just going to confiscate it from our bank accounts. It's the only way they can make it work. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Negative interest rates coming soon to a city near you. Am I just delusional, or what do you guys think? And what about that one I brought up where they're going to start moving ATM machines so it's harder for you to get your money out of the system? What about that one, where people are going to be having a tough time, especially older people that walk to their ATM and no longer have one by their house because it closed down and branches closed it down to make it tougher for people to get the money out of the system? Because once you remove cash from the system, you're exiting their system, right? Once you take your cash and you buy silver and gold, you're exiting their system. Once you buy Bitcoin with your cash, you're exiting their system. Let me know, comment below. I'd like to know. Thanks for watching.